been a little while since I made an update, and it's been a little slow progress lately. We've had the snowstorm. We've had a couple snowstorms passing through. We've been getting lots of snow, at least a good amount. And so I've been busy chopping wood and doing a lot of other things, as well as setting up the solar lights here. So we got our nice little solar string lights, and that's helping light this hallway up at night because sometimes we got to pop in here, or I got to pop in here to look at the solar system, check the batteries and stuff. So now it's nice that I don't need to flick any lights on or anything. So, something to consider for honestly any household almost, because that's I think it uses a little watch battery in it, so that's replaceable. And on top of it, you don't have to plug that in, and that's all free energy once you make the purchase. So definitely a good investment. I like these. We have these all throughout the house, as well as a couple different security lights that are solar. So anybody that likes those solar lights, definitely consider those. So these are a good option. Beyond the fact, more so my update today, I wanted to definitely just point out, kind of what's the one thing, that will help eliminate, worries in embarking on a homestead venture, or, if you are currently homesteading already, maybe what's that one thing maybe that everyone's missing in order to get started or to kind of further progress themselves in what they're doing. And I'm stoking the fire here. We got the rocket stove going, and it's definitely pitch black in here. I need to, it was pretty cloudy, so I don't have the regular grow lights on until about 2 o'clock in the morning. So I just have them on for the hour for the cannabis plants, and that's just to keep them from flowering. So the only light is the solar lights so far. But that is one big thing that I think is the one thing that is what everyone needs, and is one crucial aspect of living off grid and making this venture. And I think that is the willingness, or having the will, which I think that is probably the most crucial aspect about this venture, because having the will and the willingness to do what we're doing, it takes a lot of strength, it takes a lot of mental capacity, and it takes a lot of understanding as well. But I think the willingness, having the will is the beginning of all of this, which is the might of our thoughts, the power of our thoughts, and utilizing that power into creating what we want, and creating something, dreams and aspirations that we have as well. And I guess I have to say that for myself, through this venture, I think that has been one big crucial aspect in doing all of this, is having the will to do it, and being able to overcome challenges and obstacles. All that takes a willingness, and it takes courage, and I think it takes a whole lot of other things as well. But all of this is super crucial, in aspiring to making things happen, and that's something for even this structure. I guess it's a more eye opener for myself after building this addition. It's been a definite eye opener, just how far we've come from the very beginning. And if you haven't seen where we started from, even from the raw land piece when nothing was on this land and stuff, definitely go back and look at some of those past videos. Definitely, I look back on some of those, and they're just an eye opener of how far we've come and what we've been able to put up with. And just like I keep kind of repeating, it's that willingness. We've had the the will to endure the challenges that have come with trying to make a life out here. And I think that's one misconception and maybe a fear for a lot of people, is having that willingness to create something for yourself or for those around you. And it's a hard I think it's a hard thought process for some people to overcome because there's lots of enticing things in, living in town or different. Everyone has different setbacks and their own things going on in life that kind of hinder them from making this step as well. But I guess it is, that saying that actions speak louder than words, and I think that's one aspect of anybody that's watching or staying updated on any of the things that I'm doing up here, as well as other people that make videos of off-grid living. I think that's a big step forward. If your mind is in the right direction, if you have the willingness, because people are watching these kinds of videos for a reason. Times are changing. People's mindsets are changing, attitudes are changing, and I think more and more people are finding that willpower to make the leap forward on concepts like this and lifestyle and living this kind of lifestyle. And that is kind of the big point, is that it's just the willingness to live this kind of life, with the challenges that there are, which for ourselves, the living almost 7 years on the land, it's definitely had a lot of challenges, but there's been a lot of things that successes and lots of achievements made, even though not everything's professional looking or top notch. I guess it's we had the will to do what we needed to do in order for all of this to happen. We talked to people to get windows. We've talked with other people about what we're doing, and I think that's one big thing, getting ourselves somewhat kind of out there and meeting people and, explaining our lifestyle and how we do things. It definitely, sparks a lot of people's interest, and that's definitely how we get people to help contribute to our project, or where we find, different pieces of building material and such. And, that I guess it's not to sum it up, but I mean, that's kind of almost, just the one crucial piece that, could help anybody in this off-grid kind of venture, and, doing what myself and other people are doing around the world, and making their own changes in their life and taking responsibility for things. And that's the might of our thoughts, is what I agree with, utilizing what's, essentially just energy in dreams and hopes in our minds, that having the willingness is one thing, or having the will, sorry, getting my words screwed up, but having the will, just to do this, bringing our thoughts to reality, that's the greatest power that we all hold within ourselves. And it's very evident when we look around, even at all the achievements that we have and toys and gadgets that we hold and use every day and whatnot. And, those are all thoughts and imaginations at one point. And, through hard work and dedication and, having the will to go through what was needed to be done, made all of this stuff that we have, this phone that I'm recording with, all a reality. And it just goes the same with, living a homestead lifestyle or off-grid. And it's, I think it just becomes, that lifestyle where it's not even about prepping. It's about just progressing forward, and what else can we do here for ourselves? What else can we create? Who else can we find that might give us a different idea or perspective on things? And, as well as just observing nature and learning from nature along the way, and, trying to learn as much as possible and process everything and apply it to our lives, as well as, everything that we do on the land. Hence why we do the earthship design, and why I like the earthship concept and all of that, because of, the recycling aspect and all the recycling that we did with this structure and all the other earthships, and, how we kind of do that throughout the whole rest of the property, with the chicken coop, the dog ship, so just wanted to touch on, I think, a couple points. Just I had a couple thoughts, and It's just the might of our thoughts. It's the power that we hold within ourselves to, carve our destinies. We are the smiths of our destiny through the might of our thoughts. We create our realities. And I think that's one thing when anybody homesteads might come to that similar realization for themselves is that, it's on me. It's my responsibility. I have the power and I have the will, to figure and solve problems and create solutions, that can help progress everything and learn from experiences and gain that knowledge to make things different or better and, experiment. So, because that's all it is here is it's a big experiment. So I guess I don't mind things being imperfect or not, super tidy, but I guess to me it's all an experiment and it's just about having fun, and seeing what works and, progressing in my skills, I guess, and my knowledge and using wisdom there. Because I didn't go to any school for building or construction or anything. So, I guess I've learned a lot throughout the years and it's brought to this latest edition here where, this thing is huge and it's just, to me, I'm amazed at myself that, with, a couple other people's help, with Nika and Luke's help, this was possible, and that we did this in a summer and we're able to button this up. And now I'm inside talking and staying warm and able to document even, the temperature that's going on because it's about 18 degrees outside and it's 35 degrees inside of here of the greenhouse. And I haven't had that fire going for very long, maybe an hour, but even still, I mean, it's 43 degrees in here, which that's an even bigger difference. So, and this is the first night that I've even got the fire going and I got it started later. So I'll be starting more fires in the next, week here, getting going for next season and all of that. So stay tuned. I've got a couple other things to update on, as well as a couple projects with the solar as well to do. So stay tuned for that. I just want to give my thoughts. If anyone cared to listen to the end, my 2 cents about life out here off grid, and maybe someone has any questions. So definitely leave questions, comments. Definitely like. Anybody else, please subscribe, share. Any pointers for new videos that anyone wants to see are welcome. It definitely helps spread the channel because it gives me more initiative to, describe, what I need to describe, what are people missing about, certain aspects of homesteading that maybe I'm doing, different compared to other people or other videos and such. So I welcome all of that kind of knowledge and what other opinions people might have. So, but today I just wanted to give my opinion and my 2 cents. So take it with what you will. If you've listened to the end, thanks for listening and seeing what's going on here up at the Oasis in the mountains of Montana in the wintertime. So stay tuned. We've got more videos to do. And while it's daytime, the days are so short, so it's hard to get in video time with all the chores and stuff that I'm trying to do as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to fit all that stuff in, and we've got more updates on off-grid life here out at the Oasis. So I'm staying warm inside. I'm going to stoke the fire and go eat some food now. So stay tuned for upcoming videos. Thank you.